Syracuse University head football coach Fran Brown is known for building a program on discipline, accountability, connection. He is now teaming up with Syracuse Police to take that message beyond the football field. Syracuse Police Sergeant Tom Blake is here along with head football coach Fran Brown. Thank you so much, both of you, for being here. And I want to hear more about this alliance that's going on with SU football and Syracuse Police. But first, Coach Brown, I hear you wanted to go on a ride-along with Syracuse Police. How did that come about?
It was pretty cool. I was just, I'm a criminal justice major, so having the opportunity to just follow what I went and studied in school, getting a chance to be able to go and do that. I'm good friends with Officer Daniel, so by me and Officer Daniel, me getting a chance to know him, go with him, I said, you know what, I want to do that. I would like to do a ride-along. I've seen it so many times.
Yeah. What surprised you the most on the ride-along?
Honestly, the fact that him and his partner knew so many people. That was pretty legit that they knew all those people. One thing that I was most disappointed in was there was only one kid the entire day that waved to the police, right? And that right there was like one of the reasons that I wanted to go, because it was like, okay, we have to, I felt as though right away we have to build a connection now with our community and the police. And by me being a football coach here, when I first came, I said that I was going to do everything I could to make this one of the best communities in the world. So that's a part of it, and I feel very confident after getting a chance to talk to Sarge and the Chief and Officer Daniel and all those guys that we're going to be pretty aligned, and it's a lot of fun for the kids. It's a great future for us here.
It must have been fun for Syracuse Police to have the head football coach on a ride-along. And I saw a photo of you actually talking to the men and women of the police department. What impact did the coach have on police officers?
Yeah, that's right. Well, first and foremost, with Dan Shipe, he called me. He goes, hey, I'd like to have Coach Brown come in and do a ride-along. And one thing that stood out to me, Dan Shipe, one of the best cops that we have, just a great guy, got a moral compass unlike I think anybody else I've ever seen. And so he came to me and said that he was approached by Coach Brown, and Coach Brown had expressed an interest in coming to do a ride-along. Asked me what I thought, and my thought was, let's get him in here as soon as we can to have him do a ride-along. And so he came in, he addressed our roll call in the morning, and every head in that room, every set of eyes was on him, and we got to get a little bit of exposure of who he is as a person, and really was real nice of him to do that. Real good for him to address our officers, and they were all very, very receptive. We all went out and took a photo with Coach afterwards, and then later on we met privately with Chief Russin as well, and continued that great conversation.
And so now there's the idea of what can we do together? We can really perhaps have an impact on young people especially.
Yeah.
What do you think you can do to help build trust with Syracuse Police and our youth of the community?
Yeah, make sure they understand that we are human. That's the first and foremost, the communication. Continuously communicating with them, like stopping, pulling over, talking to everyone all the time, not just stopping in for actual pullovers, things of that nature. We talked about that. We talked about youth basketball leagues and things of that nature. We have a youth camp for our community, which is free football on Sunday, and they'll be a part of that with us. So that'd be cool on Sunday and Monday of us doing that the 21st and the 22nd. So that, and it's just, it's a lot of ideals and a lot of things that we have. Wanting to help, but we want to start really young, and that was some of the things that we want to do. But I think a lot of sports, young men and young women, being able to start things with them and just having all-year basketball league, I think that helps, especially up here with our weather. So us being able to do that all year and being able to help them academically, right? Them understanding and knowing that we'll be there from like coming in and being able to study before it's time for basketball, and after they're playing basketball, us being able to help them just here, take the little snack home that we get ready to eat on the way home, being able to do that. I think that the chief and his staff, they were really open towards a lot of things, because I was born and raised in a community similar to this. We had the DARE program, which meant a lot to me growing up. I was happy. They came out and watched us do a few walks, things of that nature with our players, and seeing our players and us all just really gravitating together and really doing it now, and not like setting it up for being later, and then usually you never get to it. So like I was like about what I told them I was going to do. I was going to make sure that we got got everything set up now. Them come to our camp. They came out to practice right away. So it's been nonstop for the last. I've probably seen this guy like 5 times in the last 4 days now, right? So we've been just everyone's doing what they need to do to help our community because right now we need it. And for me driving with them, and I only see one little kid, a little light-skinned boy that waved to the police. They didn't see him, and that was touching to me. It was like, okay, I gotta make a change. Like, we gotta get this to be the right way, right? One young lady said, yeah, they're gonna send you to jail if you don't listen. And it was like, no, we're gonna help you go to college. You're not going to jail, you're going to college, right? You're going to listen to them and help, and they can get you to go to college. And then they can have a huge impact, especially on so many of our high school kids right now that might not want to go right to college, that might not want to do things. They have like programs that set you up to go help and be in the law enforcement and being able to do all those things. And I think the more that our community is involved in that, and the more that we're pushing them, and the more that they know, like, he's a human, right? He loves sports. Everything you love, he loves. This just happens to be his job to protect and serve, right? So I think we're all servants. Like, that's what we're put on this earth to be able to do. So
yeah. SU football, Syracuse police, discipline, accountability, teamwork. Those are great lessons that you can collaborate on and pass on to kids. It's a pretty exciting game plan I think you both have.
Trying to make sure we be dark. It's detailed, accountable, relentless, and tough. And I know that they are. My inner compass tells me that they want everything to be right with these youth. Like, that means a lot to them, seeing that and understanding that. So I'm gonna stand behind that a lot, and I'm gonna do everything I can to support them while they're supporting us. And then we can support this community to really help become one of the best communities in the world.
Coach Fran Brown, Syracuse Police Sergeant Tom Blake, thank you both for joining us, and let's do it.
Download the WSYR Plus app on your TV to stream News Channel 9 for free. Just go to your smart TV, search WSYR Plus in the App Store, and download to start streaming today.